Often here on this earth we find ourselves asking a simple question: where is God? You know, you can spot evil pretty quick, but where is God? And you can't find His goodness if you don't really look for it. But yet, there's so many things that we don't understand. And maybe that's why we can't find Him. Because He laid out a simple plan that if we would follow that simple plan, we would have a lot of power and control here on this earth. That's what was wrote and that's what's said. But looking for God and wondering where He's at, did you know that there was a test in the Bible? A very simple test. It's in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4 is where it starts. First question is, who has ascended up into heaven or descended? Second question is, who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? And the last question is, what is His name? And what is His Son's name, if you can tell? Now, we look for God and wonder where He is, but can you answer those simple questions? Because it's a test, it's a series of questions that's in the Bible that if you can't answer those questions, then how can you expect to answer the question of where is God? Who has ascended or descended? Who has gone up into heaven or come down from heaven? Jesus Christ. Who has gathered the winds in His fists? Jesus. You know, who has ascended or descended? Luke 24:51. That's when Jesus was praying with them. And as He was praying, He was lifted up into heaven. It's in the book of Ephesians chapter 4. Who has ascended or descended from heaven? Gathered the wind in His fist. Luke 8:24. The storm was raging. And they were on that little ship and they were all scared. They said, Master, 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 and went and woke Him up. And He come out and He calmed the storm. Who has bound the waters in a garment? When Jesus was pierced, when He was on the cross, was it not water and blood mixed together? That came out of where they stabbed Him with the spear. Who has established all the ends of the earth? Well, John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And if you keep going in the first book of John, the Word was manifested in the flesh. And you got Isaiah 40, verse 10. Behold, the Lord God will come with strong hand, and His arm shall rule for Him. Behold, His reward is with Him, and His work is before Him. He shall feed His flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with His arm, and carry them in the bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. Who has measured the waters in the hollows of His hands, and metered out heaven with the span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales, and the hills in balance? Jesus. He come like a shepherd, didn't He? Jesus. All things were created by Him, for Him. It's in the book of Colossians. What is His name? And what is His Son's name? I say that's kind of a trick question, ain't it? Because we'll go to the first epistle of John first. First epistle of John, chapter 2, 23. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father. He that acknowledges the Son hath the Father also. If you acknowledge Christ, you've got the Father and the Son. But if you only acknowledge the Father and don't give the Son His credit, His due, You don't have either one. Luke 10:22. Now, Luke 10:22. All things are delivered to me of my Father. And no man knoweth who the Son is, but the Father. And who the Father is, but the Son. And he to whom the Son will reveal him. Now, no one knows who the Father is but the Son. And no one knows who the Son is but the Father. How many times? Jesus said it himself. He said, when you see me, you see the Father. So, what is his name? His name is Jesus Christ. What is his Son's name? This is where it's a trick question. Because that is your name. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only created Son, that whosoever shall believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Jesus created everything because Jesus is the Word. Jesus created all life. Jesus is the Creator. That is his name. And what is his Son's name? It's you and me. We are God's children because of Christ. His flesh was given for us so that we could live. But you ask, well, where is God? God is to be within you. You know, you are to walk a life here on this earth as Christ would. Doing the things that Christ would do. And maintaining yourself into a mindset of being as holy as you can possibly be. You know, not being backbiters and just doing things that you know Christ wouldn't do. You are to be examples of him here on this earth, allowing his Spirit to fill you. But this test, you should be able to answer all these questions if you go to a church. Each and every one of these questions you should be able to answer. It's a simple test that's in the Bible. But study it. Answer each question. It's in Proverbs 30, verse 4. Search it over. Find your own answers. Read. Pray to understand. And Jesus will lead and guide you. Have a blessed day.